Bruce Paul, NHL.com. It just felt like that, that when the game went 90 seconds with 3 goals, just the momentum shifts were there. And just overall, how do you assess a game like that, especially when it's going to be swinging all over the place, I feel like?
Great first period by us, probably the best period we've played all around. I thought we closed well in the D zone quick, got pucks back, so that opened up the rush game. Certainly led to one of Barbashev's goals. I thought in the O zone we were supporting pucks well, so we were able to shoot, recover, get some pucks back and back into the good ice. Scored a goal off, good spacing and a puck recovery. So all those things went our way. In the second period, they did the exact same thing. We weren't able to close in D zones. We spent a lot of energy standing around in our end, getting fatigued. Second period momentum, right? We get it out, change. So we never got our game going. They found a way to get to the interior ice, beat us back into our zone in the second goal. So everything we did in the first, they did in the second. So you're 2-2 and you're starting fresh, and we got too many men on the ice. So players got to be aware, but obviously I got to catch that. Try to, it was a funny play in front of the bench. I thought we were going to get it deep. So, but that gave them a lot of momentum, gave their power play life, and again we climbed back. But another penalty, when now they're feeling it, that we could have avoided. So there's a little bit of that going on. The penalties tonight hurt us. And then in the third, we didn't have enough of a push on our power play. So it's been stagnant for a while. So it's another thing I gotta sort out. I know we miss Mark Stone and we have a certain way of running things, but we should be good enough to generate a little bit more. And then when we do, we're not shooting, right? You see guys, Pav had it once, it looked like, and right in his sweet spot. And so that to me is a confidence issue. Something's going on there. I got to fix that with the group, get them back to feeling it, and take the shot that's there, and we'll play off of that.
Ken Bolkes and Mindot Vegas. Today's second period wasn't particularly good. You've only scored 1 goal in the last 7 second periods. Is there something happening in those seconds that your offense is trying up?
Well, tonight, I went through that part, so I don't really need to revisit that because I'll watch the game again and enjoy it, for lack of a better term. But there'll be teachable moments, right? There's something. It is game 13. Second period of Detroit. I thought our Detroit game was fine. We scored a goal in that one. What was Colorado? Can't remember a lot of great stuff going on, but I thought we had a really good second period somewhere. Carolina might have been our best period of the year, and we got outscored 1-0. They got a breakaway, right? So sometimes the puck doesn't go in. We're typically a good second period team because we're good through the neutral zone line changes. We can get pucks up. We recognize that. So that is odd to me. I'm just going through those games. So 2 of them were good. Say 2 were bad. I knew Tampa would be better in the second period. I mean, they're a good hockey team. They're going to respond, and they did. We just didn't play the right way to counter what they were doing. The other games, I don't know. I can't go back. Sorry.
Ivan Barbashev seems to be finding a little bit of a groove here amongst all the confidence that you mentioned before. But what is about Barbashev's game right now that seems to be clicking for him that allows him to score 3 of the goals you've scored in the past?
He's around the net. Goal he got the other night he was on top of the crease. Him and Sauter were in there, and they, had good spacing. The rebound goal, he was near the front of the net, tracked down a rebound, another back. So you're scoring on backhands from means you're around the right place because those usually are going to beat a goalie when he's set. The other one, he was driving the middle, right? It was a good play. I think he understands Jack very well. It's probably why I always go back to it. He knows Jack's game. He knows how Jack's going to play in the O-zone. At some point, he's got to weave his way through into those scoring areas. So, that needs to rub off on a few other guys. So, again, that's on me to make sure we get, drill that message home that to score in this league, you got to get to the interior ice. And he's really bought into it. And pucks are going in for him now. But, he's going to the right spots. So you go there enough, and he does have some offensive ability. He's got an ability to finish, make plays, small areas. So, even the goal Mitch scored, I mean, he's tying up he's again in the scoring area with I don't know if it went off his stick or Hedman's or whatever happened, but he's in the area. So That's it in a nutshell. He's in the greasy areas.
Tough ask to tie up Hedman, right?
Well, I don't know. Like, he's going there. Hedman's got a job to do, tie up his hands. It's a bit of a fortunate one, but those happen. If you're there, you're going to get some bounces. You're going to get some tips. You're going to get pucks that get knocked down, and you're around the area. So that was sad the other night. Low zone shot gets blocked, but he's right there in the area. And, you know, he retrieves a puck because he's in the tough areas. So, you know, we're going to continue to preach that part of it. There's some positives in that regard in terms of how we scored 5-on-5. But it's got to permeate through the lineup. And again, I've got to sell that message better, or, you know, and sometimes you get there and the pucks don't go in. We've had some certain, like Carly again was in front, had a few looks. So sometimes, but to me, it's repetitive. It's habits. If you keep going there, sooner or later you're going to get rewarded. Pav was early in different instances. Now it's Barbie, so sometimes it goes in cycles. But get there, and give yourself a chance.
Last one, Jesse.
Jesse Granger with The Athletic. The penalty kill's been good this year, especially at not allowing those passes through the seam. It seemed like they were able to do it tonight. Is that just a case of they've got some really good players, or was there more to it that you saw?
Well, they got good players, so, you know, we can certainly start there. You know, I don't think our clears were as effective tonight. That really sort of gets you frustrated when you're doing wind sprints, and by that I mean you're back, breakout, back, you know what I mean? That you lose some energy to win puck battles in the O-zone. I think they ran a good drop-off play with Kucherov to Gensel, and, you know, at times we probably have been quicker with our decision-making on where he's going next, but it's a bit of a pick-your-poison power play. We ended up giving the shot in the third up top. They changed to a right stick. I don't know if Hedman was hurt, but now it's Radish up there. And we kind of think that's the lesser of all five evils sometimes, and they end up covering a rebound off that. We still get a block, and Kucherov's first goal, right? That was one of those ones. We get a big block from Theo off another block, and, you know, they just found the extra guy. So the other one, they rotated over the elbow. You know, we were a little bit late getting into the shooting lane. Again, a good shot, but I don't think we're as crisp in other areas, defending maybe the blue line or getting the clears tonight where we have been. So we spent a little more time on our end, and any good power play, that's asking for trouble. So I'd say that's where we could have been better tonight.
Mitch, what did you notice that changed just about the way this game ended up shaking out between the first and then the second and third?
Yeah, like we talked about, a team doesn't really give up on anything. They don't care what the deficit is. Played them for a long time, so yeah, obviously a couple tough bounces there that went their way. That's how it happens in hockey, but yeah, we just got to be better with the puck.
A good night for you offensively, obviously. I know you're a team guy, and overall this team's been struggling to score a lot of goals lately. How would you explain the overall vibe, I guess, right now?
Yeah, I mean, like I think, like I always try to speak about, there's going to be ups and downs throughout the season. That's how the season goes. You're always, you know, you can get so high and so, you know, feeling good, and it can come down quickly on you. So, yeah, it's a roller coaster ride throughout the season. You know, the thing that this team does really well is just staying, you know, right even keel. Don't get too excited. Don't get too low on yourself. We know we're a great team in here. Just got to trust what we're doing, and the results will come.
It just seemed like a weird game, especially from the second period on. Could you feel that on the bench, just the way the momentum kept swinging back and forth in that, you know, 3-goal span?
Yeah, yeah, a little bit. I mean, that's also how this hockey works. Momentum swings a lot. You know, I think we did a good job of staying kind of even keel and fighting back a lot. It was just sucks to give up those 2 Kell goals, or one of them, whatever it was, and the other one kind of right out of the box. But yeah, it got weird there. You know, I think we got into too much of a kind of track race. Yeah, we were playing really well down low. It's something that we can really do to teams and tire them out. So we just maybe got to get back to that and, you know, not focus too much about the rush.
And obviously the power play has been struggling. 4-minute power play, chance to kind of get back in it. You guys never really had any true good looks. What, from your perspective, can be done to get this thing back on track?
Yeah, well, actually, I thought the one that Jack made behind the net, to me, I mean, I had a good chance to score. I just missed a spot. Just got to maybe move over a little bit more right and kind of get that off in a better spot. But, yeah, other than that, I mean, you know, our entries were a little bit messy. Kind of starts in that point. We just got to get in clean, make our plays. You know, we had a couple in the slot there that, we got to get through or, got to get one off. But, yeah, I mean, it's a 5-man unit out there. We got to work together. We got to work a little harder. We got to figure out things. Again, it's going to happen throughout the season. Your power play is going to be unbelievably hot at the start, or throughout a season, it can get unbelievably cold as well. So again, obviously we're trying to figure out things and work on things and try to get better at it. How it goes sometimes in the season, though. But yeah, obviously, you want to be a difference maker on the power play there, and 4-minute power play is a big thing. So it's unfortunate. It's something I'm sure we're going to talk about tomorrow and try to figure out and just keep working to get better at.
Continuing on the power play a little bit, how hard is it for you to go from the point to underneath the goal line now? Like an adjustment from going from top to now underneath?
Yeah, it's been weird. I think I'm just trying to find ways to find Pav or Hertz or even back to Jack or even back to the top. So, and there's obviously our kill are reading what we're doing. And the first couple, games, everything was going into the slaughter, into the back door, and we're scoring a lot of goals off it. So now teams are kind of sitting on that. And yeah, I guess from my point of view, it's sometimes being able to attack the net as well and open up maybe Hurdle or Pav as well, or even Jack coming down this kind of side there. So, like I said, we've been talking a lot. We're trying to figure it out. I got to do a better job down there to open up plays and make better plays. But, we're going to keep working on it. And like I said, this is what happens sometimes. Your power play can go cold. It can get really hot. So can't get down on ourselves. We're a great hockey team. We'll get opportunities. We'll finish them.
Brayden, such a promising start to this game. What changed either in the way that they attacked going forward or just overall execution from that point?
Yeah, it was a good start, obviously. And, we let them back in the second, and they outdueled us in the third. So, we'll have to take a look at it, back to the drawing board, but it's definitely not how you want to, finish our games.
We're not used to seeing many defensive breakdowns. There are a couple tonight. From your perspective, kind of what changed or what they do that made it hard for you guys?
Oh, they're a good team. They got good players. They made plays, a couple around the net. Got deflection off the power play. We're pretty good there for the most part in that area. It happens. They got good players. They made plays.